Hey, what is up crew? It's your captain here, Geronimo, and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. In today's episode, we shall be taking a closer look at Vaadwaur Juggernaut, Miracle Worker. Without any further ado, let us proceed with today's episode. Engage! This monstrous beast of a juggernaut can be acquired by opening up promo R&D boxes. All you need to do is purchase promo R&D boxes either from the Zen store or from the exchange. When you're certain that you have a big enough amount of them, just open them up. There are two outcomes. Outcome number one, you will get a normal R&D box from it and some lobby crystals, or outcome number two, you're going to get an Infinity Promotion Tier 6 Starship box, which contains all previously seen promo R&D starships. For example, Mirror Crossfield, Sona Collector, Vaadwaur Juggernaut, and many more. Without making this too long, let's visit Starship Customizational Officer. Vaadwaur Juggernaut. Massive, heavily armed and armored, hard-to-break coconut. This craft resembles an oversized mallet, ready to crush anything that happens to be in its way. Its massive body is propelled by multiple sets of engines, located at the aft section of the craft, making it one big juicy target. Ship's skin and designer screaming Vaadwaur, and it is just a brilliantly created model which expands the fleet of Vaadwaur for Star Trek Online. There is a single template, what more a player would want. There are no window options, however there is a lovely bridge interior, and we will be there in a second. Material-wise there are two options, and those being Type 1 and 2. On the advanced options you get to play with the patterns and patterns alone. There is no style, because there is a single template, and pattern-wise you get a full standard range of them. If we set the left side of a color to the pink and the right side to the green, you will see how the ship's paint job changes along. This is for standard Andromeda pattern, of course. And now for the bridge. I don't remember seeing this bridge on a screen in Star Trek Voyager series, however, Vaadwaur Bridge is a very cool looking place, with captain's seat set on a raised platform, allowing a full view of a room. There are a couple of interactable points along, such as consoles and officers. By interacting with them, you can access library files, duty officer contacts, small ship selector, and account bank. And now, let's check the space camera. Vaadwaur Supremacy puts an emphasis on a frontal assault and overwhelming offenses. The Juggernaut is the epitome of such design philosophy. Overpowered, overprotected, and overgunned, even compared to the other ships of a same line, the Juggernaut is still made to be over the top. It is so heavy that it requires quad warp nacelle configuration, with what appears to be an additional 2 nacelles closer to the body, making that a hexa-engine design. Main propulsion is achieved by heavily protected octa-impulse engine cluster. This Vaadwaur monstrosity is classified as a Tier 6 Khitomer Alliance Miracle Worker Juggernaut. Ships that are part of Khitomer Alliance can be flown by any species with no restriction, as long as they are members of the Alliance. Usually you couldn't fly Tier 6 vessels on levels below 50, meaning that if you buy it, you had to wait until you reach the end game to fly it. Nowadays, all Tier 6 vessels can be flown as soon as you finish tutorial mission. As you rank up every 10 levels, up to level 40, you will unlock more bridge officer abilities, weapons and console slots, while the hull will keep scaling up until you reach level 65. Some things such as Mastery won't come online until you reach level 50, however you still get to collect Mastery points. Full table of hull and equipment scaling can be seen on the overlay right now. This unbreakable coconut is pre-equipped with standard equipment and weapons that bear the lowest mark, which is available at Starship's minimum rank. The items that have been provided are appropriate for the type of vessel and its belonging time period. When you take this Juggernaut out of its massive packaging, it will be pre-equipped with variations of Vaadwaur Polaron cannon weapons and quantum torpedo launchers. The pre-equipped weapons are non-upgradable and non-re-engineerable. If you would like to use Vaadwaur Polarons, which can be upgraded and then re-engineered, you will have to get them from the Vaadwaur Logbox, Infinity Logbox, or the Exchange. Mind me, they do sport some very juicy price tags. Table of pre-equipped weapons and equipment is on the screen right now for you to study.
Admiralty card of this gorilla has 46 engineering points, 66 tactical points, and 14 science points. Every ship has something special about it, and so does this one. It provides +8 to engineering and tactical points per every tactical ship that you send on Admiralty mission alongside with the Juggy. Maintenance period is standard 18 hours, as it is for all the tier 6 starships. On level 65, you will have strong 69,750 hull HP. There are 5 forward weapon slots that support dual cannon mounts.
Hi, future Geronimo here. So if I ever find out that you equipped cannons, especially dual heavy cannons aboard your Juggernaut, expect a personal visit from me. I shall come to your place and I will delete those cannons from your account. Don't use cannons on this monstrosity. Whew, okay, we can keep on going.
Along with the front slots, there are 3 standard aft weapon slots. Your available bridge officer stations are Commander Tactical / Miracle Worker, Lieutenant Commander Tactical / Intel, Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Science, and Ensign Universal. You can equip maximum of 3 devices in their allocated slots as well as 5 tactical for engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal console slots. Unlike all other ships, we have modifiers, and those are mighty. 1.55 for the hull, 1.25 for the shields, and 0.16 for the impulse. Juggy has a turn rate slower than the Mount Everest, and it's graded as slow 6 degrees per second, with almost non-existing inertia rating of 20. Have fun trying to speed it up or slow things down with this monstrosity. I previously said something about this vessel being overpowered, haven't I? This amazing super armored coconut provides you with a boost of power levels of +20 to weapons and +5 to the shields and to the engine power levels. Same as a Borg Juggernaut, this Juggy has an integrated, or so to say better, a built-in ability called the Juggernaut Array. However, I shall call it Juggy Ray throughout this video. Once activated, after a short charge-up time, the Juggy Ray fires a massive wave of Polaron energy in a straight vector in front of your starship. This wave knocks back and deals massive damage to anything that stands in front of its wake, considering if it didn't obliterate the target upon the initial blast. Taking damage while ship's console is activated will decrease the cooldown time remaining on your Juggernaut Array. How and why is this intertwined? Stay here and figure it out. This starship has a lot of tactical secrets that are here to help you destroy anything in your way, but before I reveal them all to you, let's do a short commercial break. Welcome back, crew! Juggy comes with Starship Mastery skill tree with 5 abilities, those being 4 mastery skills and 1 starship trait. The skill tree is same as of a Juggernaut and it's comprised out of devastating weaponry, enhanced weapons banks, rapid repairs, enhanced weapon systems, and ship's trait, weapon emitter overdrive. As long as you have this trait slotted, activating any bridge officer abilities that affects energy weapons, those being beams or cannons, you will gain a significant buff to your weapon's critical hit chance and accuracy rating, but also weapon's power cost is going to skyrocket up. Ship's trait manifests with appearance of blue vortices alongside the ship's weapon sports. Entire mastery skill tree is very tactically oriented. While traveling in sector space, you can fly the ship even faster with the use of cyclical quantum slipstream drive. The difference between the cyclical and standard quantum drive is in coil recharge time. Cyclical quantum drive has a cooldown of 30 seconds, while the normal drive has it 3 times as long. And yes, I just quantum struck a star. The things just won't stop, as a Miracle Worker Juggy features a built-in innovation mechanics, which requires activation of 3 bridge officer abilities that correspond to the color on the innovation display window. Red stands for tactical, yellow for engineering, and blue for the science. Successfully matching the colors will automatically trigger the available innovation effect for the next 10 seconds. One of 6 possible innovation effects will be randomly selected from the pool of available effects every time that innovation mechanics refreshes. After use of the effect, the entire system will go onto a short reboot. Available innovation effects are Instinctive Rerouting, Containment Layering, Heisenberg Decoupling, Ingenious Solutions, my personal favorite, Barclay Maneuver, and Explosive, Plasma Conduit Purge. And here we are, one more time, my dear crew members, at an end of yet another video. However, don't click off just yet, because I still have to talk about the ship's console. That thing is what it gives this Juggernaut its sturdiness, its reinforcements. It's basically to say its hard shell. Console supercharges your SAF conduits and cross-links the output of the emitter and impulse assemblies. This makes the ship better able to withstand incoming damage due to its increased power to your structural integrity field, and also allows it to bleed off some of the incoming damage away from the hull into your weapons and impulse systems, increasing their combat performance, which is much needed. Additionally, this unique design of a Juggernaut allows the console to be seamlessly intertwined with the Juggy Ray, additionally shunting incoming energy towards the initial charging period required for this massive blast to be fired. Bear in mind that this sequence can only be sustained for a short period before the prediction algorithms become too unstable and risks dealing a significant damage to the systems interconnected this way. To prevent cascade failures, the console deactivates after 20 seconds. Things don't end there. There is a passive boost to the Polaron damage and to hull regeneration. To my shock, console is not part of the Vaadwaur artillery set. Okay, so the ship in combat is a rock in every sense of this word. On a plus side, it is super aggressive, and it's like a mallet that will shatter any opponent that it tackles. It's very resilient. It takes damage so well that it's almost impossible to take down. On the minus side, there is a trade-off for all of this aggressiveness and protection, and that is speed and turn rate. No matter that this ship has 6 warp engines and 8 impulse engines, it still can't move, and once you pick up the momentum, nothing will stop you. Cannons are no-go for this starship, and competitive engines are must. Evasive maneuvers are gonna be your best friend as well. Starship trait is very powerful and strong for directed energy weapons. Ship's console is amazing for tanking and protection, especially for the Dominion ships or any other Polaron rocking player. The Juggy Ray is potentially a devastating tool, and innovation effects will either improve ship's combat performance or its defenses. So I'm in a loop here. I want to give it 8.5 out of 10 due to it being so slow, but I still want to give it 10 out of 10 for strength and survivability, so I will just do average of these two scores and I will give 9.25 out of 10. If you can handle this brute force, I suggest it to you wholeheartedly. However, if you're used to flying pilot escorts and light ships, fly away in a long, go-around trajectory, or just get it if you're up for a challenge. I dare you. I'm on a summer vacation and this video is pre-recorded almost a month and a half ago. I do not know who my members are now, so I can't give shoutouts to my Lieutenant Juniors in this video. However, I will try to check out who you are, and I will do shoutouts in pinned comment. Big thank you to all of my channel members again. Due to all of you, I get to make videos for all of you more easily. Thank you.
This all has led us to the end of yet another video, crew. Have you noticed the shirt that I'm wearing? This can be yours as well if you only follow the link in the description. Teespring, I'm selling shirts, hoodies, mugs and various other items. Perhaps you'll be interested in purchasing some. If you are, you're amazing. You're gonna look 1000% better than I currently look. You can trust me on that because you, crew, are amazing. I love you all because you're the best. Geronimo, out.